But in 1913, when people were starving, and Larkin had Liberty Hall. Liberty Hall was an old hotel. The Northumberland Hotel was the name of it before Larkin took it, and it went into decay. Then Larkin bought it. And down in the basement of this hall was all the kitchen accoutrements that was required. Never been touched. The place was locked. The Countess Markievicz knew this, and Dr. Lynne, and when the strike was on, she went over to Liberty Hall and she said, look, this place could be converted into a soup kitchen. And they got down on their hands and knees, the ladies, with the help of women workers. The Countess was a wonderful woman. She scrubbed things out, to clean this big cow boiler out, cleaned out all the pots and pans, cleaned this range and got everything going. And with their money, now these were the suffragettes, remember, that was hated, it wasn't liked, fighting for the rights of women. With their money, they bought the beef, and Dublin was full of food, but we had no money to buy it. They bought the beef, and they bought the food, and they boiled that up into this big cow boiler. And then the people came over and got jugs of soup. And I remember going over to get it, and as I told you before, my father was a hairdresser in a barber shop. But he had a jug which was about 6 inches at the bottom, and it came up into a slender 3 inches with a mouthpiece. He had this for the purpose, it used to hold a gallon of boiling water or lukewarm water. He had this when he'd be given the shampoo, so it was a good pour it over the person's head washing. Now, because there was no modernisation as it is today, you just done the best you could. And this was the only jug we had, and I brought this over, and when I went over, the girl there was a woman there, Molly Hyland was her name. She was a Citizen Army woman, and I was with her in Stephen's Green afterwards. She said, what do you think you are, coming to take it all? A big jug, of course. And the Countess heard it. This is the first time I saw the Countess, really. And she looked at me and she says, come here, sonny. And she took that jug and she filled it up. And everyone was jeered me. Your bloody cheek coming over, wanting us all, you greedy this and greedy that. I ran home with it. It was a Friday, strange as it may seem. And you go to hell for eating meat of a Friday, you know, in them days. Religion was terrible. So home I went with this, and I told my mother and father what happened. They said, well, don't go anymore. But we dived into the stew. It was beautiful, you know. I'm glad to have it. Oh, don't go anymore. There's no other smaller jugs. It was, you know, the one was very too small. But that's how I remember these ladies. Here was these ladies that was being jeered and jibed at, and here were the saviours of the people. They helped them in every way, and that should never be forgotten.